After being thrown out from China in 2012, then spending some time in Jerusalem, Doha, London, and finally settling in Berlin, reporter and writer Melissa Chan virtually came to an online class for second year journalism students at Conestoga College, revealing to future colleagues trade secrets of journalism and harsh realities in China.
Facebook is blocked, Twitter is blocked, LinkedIn is blocked, Instagram is blocked, Snapchat is blocked. Early on, you could see that there was sort of pattern in the country of having things in its own ecosystem. Everything within China stays in China, and then there was this rest of the world sort of impact.
That impact is what she's been focusing on since she left China. In what turned out to be an almost 2 hour Q&A session, Chen spoke to students about recent concerns about Chinese apps being banned because of espionage fears. She thinks the reality is not so black and white.
I can't say don't worry about it at all, but I think a lot of focus has been on TikTok, and there's so much more going on. It is a fact that there is a Chinese national security law that requires that if the Chinese government wants any information from any company, including tech companies, they have to hand over the data. I kind of try to take a middle line on it. I think people should be aware and governments should really focus on protecting their citizens and that they should be vigilant. But I think also that there's been a lot of scaremongering as well.
The same thing goes for the coronavirus and many stories about its origin and potential cover up.
My own feeling is that we'll never definitively know. Part of the problem is that the Chinese government didn't allow the World Health Organization or anybody else to, in terms of an independent organization, to go to Wuhan in the early days where they could have potentially collected information. This one is a strange one. I think this one we're not going to be able to figure out.
Chen also warned future colleagues about what's waiting for them in outside world, painting a bleak picture that is the state of today's news media.
It is a very hard profession. And I mean it not just in terms of the work, but I mean it financially. Media around the world is struggling. And you might wonder how some people do it. Here's another, uncomfortable thing people don't talk about, especially journalists, right? Like a lot of journalists come from families with money, for lack of a better word. Yeah. Or they're married to somebody who is not a journalist, but has a regular paycheck that can sort of support the journalism.
However, she finished on a positive note.
If you're curious, every single week of your life at work is learning about something new. I'm intellectually engaged in a way that I think few professions are. There was a moment when I was in the Brazilian, Amazon jungle, traveling along and thinking, oh my God, I get paid to do this. It's crazy, right?
So it seems that there is still some hope for future journalists. For Spoke News, this is Ivan Angelovsky.